What's up, YouTube? It's Onaedo here. Okay, so we're trying something a little bit different this time. So I'm gonna be incorporating some reaction videos just because there's a lot I see on YouTube. There's a lot that comes across my feed. I love all kinds of videos, and I always have very strong just reactions sometimes. And by the time I'm done venting or just reacting on my own to whoever is in my presence or to myself, whatever, I'm always like, man, I wish I could have captured that and put that on a video, because there's always just information. There's always stuff to be talked about, stuff I feel could be brought to light. So I'm going to start doing some reaction videos to try to be able to at least capture that live feeling. Obviously, it's not as live because I watched the video and then I'm like, okay, let me come back and do a reaction on it. So it's live, but it's not as live. But at least we're going to kind of walk through the video a little bit. Obviously, this is a long video. We're not watching the whole thing. But there's this guy, what is his name? Tucker Carlson on Fox News. He's one of the newscasters or reporters, whatever you want to call it. And basically the reason I'm picking and pinpointing this video is to show and to highlight how America like really tries to totally turn the cheek to its history. It always tries to downplay its history. Like, they want to convince the world to sweep under the rug the atrocities that it did to be the America it is today. It wants the whole world to act like its past did not exist. America has such an embarrassing history, and Americans try their best to never have to speak about it. So I was just watching this video, it came on, and it was just funny how when one of the other anchors, whatever you call them, was talking about, well, this is regarding the riots, talking about, well, this is how America started. And he tried to use humor to try to downplay what America really did to set itself up. He tried to say, no, this is what America did, rioting and all this. Like, no, America did 10 times worse stuff than rioting. But they tried to just use humor to just brush it under the rug. And they expect, like, it's been so long, so they expect everybody else to just kind of, not know the history, not talk about it. The whole world knows the history, but America seems like people just forget and don't know like the real history as to how America started. So we'll watch a little bit of the video, and the main part will be, I'll point out the main part that I didn't want to share was just how, like, when almost getting called out on, like, hey, no, this is what America is about. This is how it started. And they're trying, he tries to like play it off like, oh, this is how America started. So check out a little bit. I'll probably fast forward some parts because, like I said, it's a long video and I kind of want to get to the point. So check it out.
As the rioting accelerated, they walked down the street and burned down the 3rd Precinct police station, the Minneapolis police station. Now, as you saw that happen, you realize, ooh, this is a little different from anything we've seen before. We've seen riots before in 1992.
I was so proud of Black people when they were doing all that. I was like, ah, look how Black Americans go, baby.
Following the Rodney King verdict, rioters in Los Angeles torched a lot of the middle of that city. But they didn't burn any police stations, because you can't burn a police station because there are police there and they're armed.
Says who?
And they represent the law. They enforce the law. So you can't burn down a police station, because if they let you do that, then the whole system.
Why can't you burn down police stations? Like, that also is another psychological fear America puts on its citizens, especially Black people, because Black people are the ones who really kind of have to fear the police the most. I don't want to hear about other races. Yes, everybody is subject to police interrogation, but we all know the history of Black people and police. And now this psychological fear of you can't do anything to them. They're police. Why? At the end of the day, police are nothing but people in blue outfits. Like, real talk. These are men and women who wake up every day and put on a uniform. They wake up every day and put on an outfit. A CEO has her uniform. She wakes up and puts on a suit and tie. She puts on a suit, whatever. Everybody has their own outfit of choice. It doesn't, you don't become an extraterrestrial being just because now all of a sudden you put on this blue outfit and it makes you this police. Protect and serve. Yeah, at the end of the day, you are just a human being. At the end of the day, that is just a blue outfit. Go to the Halloween store during Halloween time. There's lots of police outfits. Like, these people are not exempt, and that's why they keep getting away with what they do. Black people have this fear of wanting to fight back when it comes to police, because America has trained you to look at police as more than what they are. These people are nothing. They're just men and women like you, like me. Nothing different, nothing extra about them. They just put on blue clothes with badges. Go to the store. Go to any freaking whatever. You can go buy yourself some badges. Go buy some black slacks. Go to Macy's, Nordstrom's, whatever it is you shop at. Pennies, whatever, wherever. These are people, men and women like me, like you, like the next person, who is simply in a blue outfit. That's it. They have on badges. Oh, whatever. Their job is to protect and serve. Yet what they do, go around writing tickets for everybody. How is that protecting and serving? Like police. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
Was crumbled. And yet that's exactly what happened just days into the BLM hysteria last summer. A police station was burning. And the implication of that was very clear. This is why we don't allow police stations to get burned, because the message it sends is this: the police can't protect you. They can't even protect themselves. So the police aren't in charge. Legitimate authority is gone. The mob.
They really aren't. They really aren't. Like, police should not be in charge. Oh my gosh, I can't say it hard enough. These are people in blue outfits, period.
Is now in charge. So as this is happening, there happens to be, as noted, a reporter standing right there with a microphone and a camera taking those pictures directly into your living room.
All right,
that reporter was called... Speaking.
Sorry. We're going to skip over a little bit of this to kind of get to the point that I was talking about, because this is really, he's just saying how the news didn't cover it the right way and tried to downplay the fact that people were burning down buildings everywhere. Like, oh, well, okay, moving on. Like, white people always want to cry, and when it's time for them to, white people always want to cry when shit is done back to them, yet they forget they're like, I don't always want to just say white people, because this is like, man, it is a system that, yes, is organized by white people, so it is facts. But nonetheless, America, I would rather say America, because it is really like, it's a whole structured system. America has no problem doing anything to anybody when it wants what it wants. But as soon as other people do what they feel is necessary to get what they want, all of a sudden it's call them animals, call them barbarians, call them looters, call them criminals, call them this and that. These are people, like all these riots and burnings of buildings and looting and all this stuff going on, that's PG stuff. It is G rated compared to what America did when they felt they needed space, when they felt they needed to come up, when they felt they were tired of their situation in Europe. They came here and demolished an entire race, raped all their men, raped all their women, raped all their children, killed all their children, ate all their children. Like, these are animals. These are animals, the great founding fathers of America, who every American praises. That's why you cannot tell me shit about this country not being a freaking racist, like, institution, a racist system, a racist place, just for lack of a more sophisticated type of lingo. But you cannot tell me America is not filled with a bunch of people with that heart in them. Random. You cannot tell me America is a place filled with people who have that, who still embody the founding father hearts. Because you ask most Americans today about the Constitution, they all say it was founded by the great founding fathers of America. Every time you hear them talk about the people who started America, this lighting is bugging me with my specs. All right. Every time you hear anybody talking about America and how it started, who they always refer to them as heroes, great men, noble men, brave men. I guess it is brave to see a whole nation of people and say, let's go here and slew them. Let's go and kill all these people. It is brave. It is. It's brave as heck. But now Americans today still praise these men, still worship these men, still love these men and respect these men for the violent, barbaric acts that they committed on innocent people. But then now somebody burns a jewelry store. Americans want to scream, oh, this is so unruly. Like, oh, it's not unruly when it's time for you to get what you want. But the minute people want to rebel against the just oppression and just lack of justice that this country really does give to people, once people want to rebel against the system here, all of a sudden it's shame on people. But when it comes to you guys and how you get what you want, there's no limit to just the beastly kind of acts you guys commit, strapping men up to 4 horses, and these horses are running in each direction, all their guts falling on the floor where they're at. This is America. But then somebody burning a jewelry store is like shame and taboo. Like, man, please. All right.
They're torching the police station, looting the liquor store. They're not riots. Oh, not at all. But MSNBC was not an outlet.
This. I'm not judging this. I'm just wondering what is going on. Our country was started because this is how the Boston Tea Party, rioting. So do not get it twisted and think that, oh, this is something that has never happened before, and then this is so terrible, and where are we, and these savages and all of that. This is how this country was started.
Facts.
Yeah, this is totally normal. We've been dealing with this for hundreds of years.
And then now listen to how he tried to use his humor to like, oh, like this person who just said that was just crazy. Like, try to just totally, like it was a joke what he just heard. Listen.
Sam Adams himself torched a Wendy's and looted a liquor store before burning down a...
No, there weren't any Wendy's back then to torch and destroy and go burn down. Instead, there were homes with families in it that your people went and burned down to the ground. At least they're just burning down a Wendy's, a fast food joint that does nothing for health. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, they did social justice. That was community service right there. You did a good thing. You eliminated this trashy food from your community. Boom, thumbs up. There wasn't any Wendy's back then for Sam Adams or whoever he's talking about to go burn down. No, there were just Indians and Mexicans in their homes with their families, living, doing their things. There wasn't a Wendy's home for you to go blow up, so you blew up their homes instead. All the children in it on fire while y'all outside killing anything, trying to run out of the homes to get away from the fire that you set. Like, ugh, this country, man, I swear.
Police station in downtown Minneapolis. This is how this country started. We've always had riots and looting virtually every day. It's totally normal. So your job as a viewer, per CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, The Atlantic, The Washington Post, all the rest of them, was to remain calm, acknowledge that this is just the way things are, this is the way they have always been, and accept it. The country your ancestors built is on fire, but shut up because your ancestors all burned it down.
Yeah, we're going to end there. I know I'm glad a commercial is coming on, but we're just going to end there because I can't, yeah, that's about as much of that man's, that I can tolerate right now. I'm sure I'll do another video because I've seen a couple of videos and there's something so slime ballish, just so white. You know, that kind of white that's just so freaking, like, it just crawls under your skin and just pricks at every freaking vein. Like, just, it sounds like such a slime ball. But anyways, like, I did just want to share this video just to share the perspective that